I hope you are keeping well. As you can see, I'm on my phone. So by default, that means I'm having fun with my laptop again. It was working fine, and then it decided not to. Anyway, I'm here, so that's all good. It does mean I won't be able to see the chat necessarily. I'll try and get it on my laptop, but we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, I'm going to flip the camera down so that I can adjust where it is and turn some lights on. So, right, so where are we? That's not too bad. Let me just straighten things up a little bit. So, where are we? Okay, that's good. That's good. Might go up a wee bit. Right. Hello, Shaz. I am Sol's laptop. As in, let me see if I can get comments on my laptop. So yes, I'm on my phone. Hey, why not? Let me put some lights on. It means I don't have to worry about what I look like. Hello, Linda from Michigan. I'm standing on my toes. I'm on my laptop. Good morning from a rainy Oregon. Sherry, I'm just trying now to get over to my YouTube channel so I can see your chat. What happened? It's the laptop again, Shaz. It was working fine, and then it decided that it was going to close down my streaming software, and I can't get it back up again. It probably needs a reboot. But anyway, it's fine. I'm just going to get some punches to put on my stand, which is a little rickety, so needs some help. There we go. Right, so today I'm going to be using Queen Bee. It's very disarming not being able to see what people are saying, so I apologise if I don't react to your comments. I will keep trying to get onto my channel, but as this decided to go pear-shaped literally as I was going live, I am struggling. So let me see if it will even. No, it's not taking that at the moment. It may well come back. So I'm going to use Queen Bee. Now, Queen Bee, which comes with its own set of dies. Now, these are half price, and in Europe, they are still available. So half prices are always good. Queen Bee, I believe, is going to be an online only in May. Sorry, I just wanted to see that comment. Hello from a windy and sunny Wheatley. Hello, Jan. Yes, it is very. Hello, Jane from sunny and warm Georgia. So I'm just, I'm going to put my head in the way probably, because I think I might be able to get YouTube up, which means I can then see your comments on YouTube without having to stand on tiptoe and all that good thing. So I believe this is going to be an online exclusive. So if you, but only the stamps. So if you want to have the dies, you're going to need to get those before they run out. So half price, never a bad thing. Give it a go. And I say, in Europe at the moment, these are still available. Oh, I'm getting onto YouTube. So fingers crossed. Queen Bee as a stamp set appears to still be available. I've done a little bit of die cutting before we started and a little bit of embossing, because I'm going to be using, and I'm sorry this is out in Europe, it's no longer available, the Hive 3D embossing folder. But it is just perfect to go with the bees. So if you've got this, you need this. Right, I have a few vague thoughts about what I'm going to make, but they are pretty vague. Yeah, my laptop needs to do a complete restart, which is not going to happen now. It's going to happen after we finish. So the first thing I'm going to do is to stamp the floral image. Let's go through the imagery. So we've got this border. We've got Queen Happy Beloved Birthday. We've got this It actually says garden bee, flower, bloom life, miracles, honey, gather, spring, grow. But it's like the well-worn type in that it's sort of not really there. Beloved. Did I say beloved? Anyway, we've got a little bee with a flower. We've got a big bee with lots of flowers. Really pretty. We've got this flower sprig, which is not that different from the Dainty Delight. Is that what it's called? Anyway, the set I'm using for my April, although the way the shipping is going in Europe, probably early May, kit in the mail. There's a crown and yeah. Oh, and this little splidge splodge. So if you don't like using your Stampin' Right markers to go splatter, that's really good. First thing I'm going to do is stamp this with Memento. Who have we got? Hello, Carol, making bread. Hang on. Sorry. Making bread. Watching me. Very, very similar stamp to Dainty Delight. It is, Shaz, yes. Now that I'm going to start crafting, I will not be able to see your comments because I don't have eyes everywhere, unfortunately. So I will be ignoring your comments, and I do apologise. So if anyone joins and says, hello, I'm from wherever, do welcome them. That would be lovely. So I'm just going to stamp that. I may get my comments back because I may get YouTube to actually launch. I'm going to take, I know I keep saying this, I'm going to take my laptop in to see if it can be, you know, given a kick up the proverbial. But I do need to do that. I was thinking I would wait until I'm away on the incentive trip. And I have to say, I am required to say that less than 1% of demonstrators earn the incentive trip. And it is a lot of hard work and determination to do that. It is not typical of the demonstrator population. Don't you love that I have to say that? Because if you're a demonstrator, you probably already know that. But there we go. I'm trying to be good. So I am going to grab some blends. And I think I'm going Oud Olive. And I'm going to go yellow. Ooh, yellow. I'm going to go Lemon Lolly. I'm only going to grab the dark Lemon Lolly and the light Oud Olive. I think that will be sufficient. So do remember that if you are watching live, you can comment and I won't be able to see what you say. But you can have a little chat amongst yourselves. And if you're watching on the replay, you can leave a comment below the description bar. There are links in the description bar to my online store, information about how you can join. We are still on the last chance list, which is always good because there are some amazing bargains. Yesterday, was free shipping day, and oh my goodness, there were people taking advantage. Well done, anyone who took advantage of free shipping. In Europe, it's not such a big thing because we are fortunate that for our orders, we pay a flat fee. So if you wanted to order the whole catalogue, you could do that and only pay one fee of £6.95. I can't remember exactly how much it is in euros. I want to say £7.95, but I can't honestly remember. Whereas if you're in the US, it's done on value after a certain amount. And if you're in South Pacific, and I say US, I mean North America. And if you're in South Pacific, it's done on weight and size. There's a complicated piece of maths. Wouldn't want to be the person that wrote that bit of software. So who have we got? There, we've got Mary. Hello, Mary from the Netherlands. Thank you, Shaz. Hello, Anne. So yes, Shaz will explain why, if you join, why I'm being rude and ignoring your comments from now on. I will have a look every now and again. So as I change colour or whatever, I will have a look and see if there's anything I can reply to. But Shaz, bless her, who is my admin on this, she volunteered. It was lovely. We had a blip of, or a sort of flurry of trolls some very interesting messages. And Shaz very kindly jumped in and said, I'll be an admin for you. So she will be able to explain that basically my laptop is on its last legs. I very nearly looked at buying a very inexpensive one earlier this week because I don't actually need the grand laptop that I have. My husband very kindly bought me a Windows Surface Pro for Christmas. And with that and Dropbox, I don't need much more. But my Surface Pro won't do live streams because you need a USB socket, and Surface Pros only have a USB-A, not a standard USB. But anyway, so yes, I was thinking maybe what I need to do is buy a cheap laptop. And then my Fitbit decided it wasn't going to charge. I tried all sorts of things and eventually literally threw it across the room. So instead of that, instead of getting a new laptop, I have got a new Fitbit. Not least of all because Currys were doing them reduced, which is never a bad thing. I was thinking I was going to get one particular sort of Fitbit. And then I saw that the one that I really, really, really wanted was only £10 more at Currys until Tuesday this week. So I got that instead. But it does mean that I am a little bit short of cash at the moment. My monthly spend with pre-order has been slightly more than it should have been, shall we say? So yeah, sorry, this is going to rock dreadfully. I have done most of the die cutting that I need to do already. Just going to see if I can find the mouse would be useful. Just need my mouse to have died now. Yeah, my mouse has died. Need to charge it. Can't even find my mouse. Where's my cursor gone? Oh, there it is. No, it hasn't died. Right, let's just send it again, and that may actually work. Hey, that worked. Sometimes all you need to do is refresh the page. So this is my floral. Oh, and there I am. How weird. Right, so I'm going to put that on silent, and then I'll be able to see the comments. Yay, hopefully. I'm just waiting for the ads to go through. Sorry, I managed to get ads on. That's miraculous. Skip ads. Right. Okay, so that's my floral. Lemon Lolly is a really, really nice colour. It's not as lemon as I was expecting it to be. I can see your comments. Not very large, but I can see them. Good morning, Stuart. Hello. I'm on the phone, not literally, but I'm using my phone as my camera because my laptop is on a go slow. Right, so I've got that. I am going to use which? No, I think I'm going to use this. So this is just some basic white. Hey, I got it right. I'm going to pop that on there, and I'm also going to just got this set and just got this set and can't wait to try it. Brilliant, Stuart. As I say, I think that this is going to be, the stamp set is only going to be online. I am ready to be proved wrong, but it's not on the retirement list. And I think I did read somewhere that it's going to be online only. Right, I'm going to grab my Lemon Lolly stamp set. Ink pad, even. Isn't that bright? I mean, looks really bright. And I've got one of my baby brushes, because I've already got this with Lemon Lolly on it. And I'm going to just add some Lemon Lolly. So this is going to go here somewhere. So I'm going to start by adding where the die cut's going to be, so that if there's a splodge, it's under the die cut. So yes, I have to say I did succumb to placing an order yesterday as well. I say yesterday, Yeah, it was the wee small hours of the morning. I had a call. I'm on one of the demonstrator councils, and we have a lot of people from North America and a couple from Australia and me from Europe. It's an English language only demo council. And in order for it to not be too early in the morning for the Australians, it ends up at 11 o'clock at night for me. I did then discover that one of the Australians was saying it was 9:30 in the morning. And for me, it was 12:30 in the morning, as in, gone midnight. Right, I'm going to add a little bit more, and then I'm going to blend it out a bit. I am going to do some playing with this embossed piece because I don't want it as square as it currently is. So I'm just going to use what's left on the brush to come out a bit. So it's going to be a very, very subtle blend. Okay, and I've now lost what was going on. Where have I gone? Oh, there we are. There we are. There we are. We're back. Ish. Right, that's better. I can see now. Right, so we've got that horrible with the focus. I do apologise. So I don't want this to be square. It's not square, it's rectangular. I don't want this to be rectangular. I want it to be an odd shape. So what I'm going to do is just cut round some of the cells, for want of a better word. I'm going to come down there, and then I'm going to come so that it's more or less straight. So I'm going to go round these because they're in offset, obviously, because that's what hexagons do. So this is going to be straight-ish, as in not at a violent angle. Now, one of my team has contacted me and said, how do you get over FOF, which is her abbreviations for fear of filming? And because she is sort of a perfectionist, as indeed am I, she's worried that she can't just make things up on the spot. I have to say, I have suggested that she has a look at some of my earlier videos, which were only, slightly sad. Because she said, I don't know how you do this just kind of flow. How do you say to someone really kindly that it's just a question of hoping for the best? But anyway, so that's basically what I'm going to be telling her. It is just, is this going to work? I don't know. No idea if this is going to work. I don't know what I'm putting this on. Hello, Pam. So I'm on the phone, as in I'm using my phone for my camera. Now, there's another thing to talk about. So there is this theory that you need 1,000 subscribers in order to go live at all. Now, for me at the moment, I would need those 1,000 subscribers because the only reason you would need 1,000 subscribers is if you're going live using your phone as your camera and not as an app. There are some bits of software that you can use that turn your phone into a webcam that you can then use with webcam software. But yes, you don't. If you've got a webcam and a laptop that works, you can go live without having any subscribers at all. So I just thought I'd mention that. So this is deliberately not symmetrical. I say deliberately. I hadn't even thought about making it symmetrical, so I guess it's deliberately not symmetrical. So this is almost as exciting as watching paint dry. There we go. Pam, you're allowed to be late. It's allowed. People have lives. You're allowed to have a life. Right, so that's there. This is going to go right over the edge. And so that's Old Olive Green. I think I'm going to use Old Olive as my layer. So I was sitting with someone that I've known for really quite a long time in village terms today, who was saying, do I need huge amounts of storage? To it, oh, sorry, just getting a piece of card. To it, the answer is no, not really. Because I only store what I need or what is needed for a class, I don't. Apart from the fact at the moment the place looks like a bomb's landed in it because I'm still sorting out my retired stuff. Things keep getting in the way, like needing to mow the lawn. Right, so let's move those bits out of the way. And cut this down to size. So this I'm going to cut to my normal 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. And so that's going to go on there like that. I think I'm going to pop it up, and then that's going to go there. I'm going to bring in some of my favourite linen ribbon. Linen ribbon? It's not ribbon, Liz, it's thread. Some of my favourite linen thread. And I will bring in some embellishments in a moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to make this into a mess. So I'm going to straighten this out because it comes off the roll in a curl, which I don't want that much curl. So I just run it through my hands. The other thing that you can do is, if I can find it, I tidied up before I started. If I can find my bone folder, there it is, buried. The other thing you can do is just pull it over your bone folder, and that will help straighten it as well. So you end up with not a curl. So it's not like you've used a curling iron. And I'm going to have this kind of zigzagging down the back of this. Don't know quite how, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use Seal Plus and take the cat fur off. Bearing in mind the cats are not really allowed in here. How do I end up with cat fur? I know. It's because I bring it in on my clothes. This call that I was on earlier in the week, I ended up with a cat sitting on my shoulder for most of it. What they thought was going on, I do not know. But hey, right, it's already beginning to unravel, so I'm going to just encourage it a bit. And just, if it goes into a curl like that, I'm really not too worried, because all I'm looking at is what's coming out. So I just want this to come out from behind, so there's a bit of frou-frou. But I might deliberately curl that, because it might then sit in it. Oh, no, I won't. It's decided it doesn't want to curl. Okay, don't then. See if I care. And the joy with the linen thread is it's really inexpensive and you get lots of it. So you can use quite a lot if you so desire. So let's have that there. And then I'm just going to cut the end off and just frou-frou that. And then that's going to go there. So that will start making it look less clean. Does that make sense? Am I going to... No, I think I'm just going to stick that down, actually. So that will then go there. I am going to use... I think I'll do Happy Birthday. Birthday and happy. Now there is a label. A die for a label. Which I'm guessing will be the right sort of size for Happy Birthday. Let's see, shall we? So birthday... Happy. Ooh, if I can squish it together, I think it will. Right, okay. So let's go Old Olive to pick up the green. Scrappy scrap. Where's my scrappy scrap? There it is. Very scrappy scrap. So, birthday. Let's go here. Birthday. Happy. Picking up the whole stamp is always a good idea. Now, am I feeling brave? Oh, I'll live with that. It's not quite central, but I'll live with it. Right, so, yes. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? So this is kind of where I'm trying to think about how to let this team member know that, you know, you just hope for the best. And if you go wrong, it doesn't matter. We all go wrong every now and again. And, you know, you guys are forgiving. So, yeah. Fear of filming. I think it helps, to be fair, that back in the days of, you know, going into the city of London and being in effect suited and booted. Not that I ever was suited and booted. I just don't know. I used to run training sessions quite regularly, and I was also in amateur musical theatre, mostly because I am incredibly shy, and there's a way, you know, the only way you're going to get over that is to push yourself. So I did. And it is difficult. You do just need to know that it's not the end of the world if things go wrong. It's just, you know, life, really. So, ooh, I know what else I could put on. Right, so that's going to go there. This is going to go on dimensionals. This is going to get stuck down. So let's do that. I'm going to use a basic white card base. And I am using more glue than I would normally do, and normally I wouldn't use glue on basic white, but I'm using more glue than I would normally do because you can guarantee that wherever you put it, it's going to be in a dip when you're doing embossing. Right, so that's my basic card. Let's get some dimensionals. I threw all my dimensionals on the floor earlier today. That was fun. I made that box some months ago for my dimensionals, and somehow it managed to get picked up when I was die cutting, and it went everywhere. Now I'm using more dimensionals than I would normally for two reasons. A, it helps hold the linen thread in place, and B, there is some Seal Plus that's exposed still, and I want to cover it with dimensionals so that it doesn't decide it's going to stick to the background. A little one there, and a little piece. Oh, that's a little piece that will do perfectly. That little piece will do. Don't know why I'm making a silly voice, but there we go. Ooh, for those of you in the UK, we have been watching, is it Blue Light? It's a police drama thing on the Beeb that's set in Belfast. Wow, it's good. Oh, we're watching it on catch up, but wow, it's good. Highly recommend that. I like how your nails match your little stamp and emboss machine. Pure fluke, but thank you. Hello, Laurie. It's easy to go on stage as someone else rather than yourself. Oh, you're right, Stuart. But so, and that's basically what I did when I was teaching, lecturing, I suppose, as part of my job. I went on as this persona. And you're right, it is much easier to go on as somebody else than yourself. Right, so that's there. This is going to come here. There, I think. And I have got another idea of what's going to go on here. Have I got the right end? Yes. I'm going to add a little bit of glue just there. That's going to overlap my... I want a little bit, but I do want some. Thank you. That's going to overlap my floral. So you don't have to embrace the bee too much if you don't want to. Oh yes, I like that coming out underneath actually. So that is going there, but I have then remembered that there is this itty bitty little bee. So I need an itty bitty little block and my memento and an itty bitty scrap. There we are. Because there is also a die. Yes, a die for this stamp. Doesn't actually matter whether I stamp that upside down the wrong way up or whatever. That's not brilliantly stamped. Let's try that again. I'm not a huge fan of memento just for solid. That's a bit better. It's not the blackest of blacks. You can use StazOn, obviously, but I want to use alcohol markers, as in blends, so I can't use StazOn because StazOn will smudge with the alcohol markers. So I'm going to die cut first, only because I really hadn't thought about which order I was doing it in, and I'm halfway to my boho. And then I'll colour. And then we will call this card pretty much done, because I'm only doing one little bee. And then I will, as I say, I've done some die cutting already, and I have another embossed hive. Hello, Tammy. Haven't caught you live in a very long time. Good to see you. Oh, from South Texas. I can't speak. Thank you, Tammy. I'm on my phone because my laptop is being a bit ornery. But yes, thumbs up are always appreciated. And if you don't already subscribe, that is also appreciated. If you wish to know when I go live and those sorts of things, that's always quite good. So this is going to come in here somewhere, probably there, just to break this white space because it's really white. So I'm bringing back in my lemon lolly to do the flower. Ooh, actually, I am going to do the lemon lolly. I'm going to do dark in the middle. And I don't want the old olive. I'm going to bring in the light one for the outside. Like that. And then I'm going to go soft sea foam. Light. There we go. For the wings. Because that just gives a little hint of colour without being too much. And it's almost grey, but not quite. And then I'd use Daffodil Delight, but it's not in this room. I'm going to be naughty, and I'm going to use Dark So Saffron, which has retired, and I don't think is available. But hey, but I just want that slightly golden colour on the back of my bee. It's very marginal. So let's get rid of that again before I think it's a current colour, which it's not. So that just needs a dimensional on the back, probably just an edge. One of those will probably do. So next week, I may have mentioned this earlier in the week, next week we have, no, it's not next week, it's the week after, we have local elections, and I'm working. Oh, I know. What it does mean is that I will not be live on the 4th is that election day. On the 4th of May, I will put up a video instead, but I won't be live because I will be sitting in a polling station waiting for people to come and vote. It's one of the local villages, so I can't imagine I'm going to be busy, but it does mean I'm not going to be here. So just to give you due warning, whatever the first Thursday in May is, I am working for the local district council, and I'm also working the following day. So the election day, my day will start at about 6:15 and finish at about 11 o'clock at night. And then the following day, I'm doing the count, which will start at 8 o'clock and finish whenever it finishes. But it means I get 2 days of paid employment. I know, rash. Right, so we need some embellishment. So let's have a look at what we've got in the tin. That will work. Ooh. No, wrong shade. No. Oh, I know what will work. If I can find them. They're in here somewhere, or they're on my table. No. Did I put them away? Did I tidy up? I think I did. If not, I'll grab those. What I want are... No, not those. Not those. No, I thought I tidied up. But apparently I didn't. Okay, well, we won't use what I was thinking of using them. Oh, those will work. Yeah, those will work. Which I think are carrying over, actually. These are the iridescent pastel gems. And as I say, I think I'm right in saying they're carrying over. Can't honestly remember. Why is it that when I put things away, they aren't there? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. So I'm going to use whatever this is. I don't know what colours they are, but I'm going to use this one because it's here. So I'm just going to... I want something that's there, but not in your face there, which is why whatever this is quite a good colour. It's not as pale as the iridescent rhinestones, but it's equally not too much. So just a very subtle little bit of bling. Little bit of bling. So, hello Beverly. Hello Deborah. Hello Tina. So that's our first one. So it is a bit B, but not very B. The second one, I think I will go bulling, 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 bulling. How can it be 20 to 4 already? Right, so I've got this, which is in vellum. I know how it can be 20 to 4. It's because I took forever to cut this. Right, okay, so I am going to do the same sort of thing. I'll try and be a bit more random about it, because I do like a bit of, you know, hexagon. So I have already die cut, and I'm going to use them whether it kills me or not. I have already die cut some pieces in that 6x6 metallic paper we had that was rose gold and gold. And I can't remember if it's still in stock or not, but I'm going to use it. But you could use any foil you've got. The distressed gold would be really nice. The distressed gold paper, which is carrying over. So this I'm just, as I say, going down the edge a bit random, trying to keep into the hexagons a wee bit. I might go up a bit for this one so that it's not quite so obviously cut deliberately, if that makes sense. God, my brain. When I finished here, I have got to finish my thank you packs for my March. Yes, I know I haven't sent out my March thank you packs yet. It helps if you've got the things that you need to send out with them, which I now have, but I've got to finish the thank you cards, which are using new. I've got to print the stuff to go with my catalogues, because I have those now. Hurrah, hurrah. And I've also got to mow the lawn. Plus, we have a parish council meeting this evening, and parish council in UK terms, or certainly English terms, and it is different depending on where you are in the United Kingdom. The parish council is basically like a town council, but for a village. And we have that meeting this evening, which I am a member of. There were so many people that wanted to be on the parish council. So we were due to have an election for parish councillors. I should add it's non-political. We were due to have an election for our parish council also on the 4th of May, except nobody else wanted to stand. So we're just, anyone who was on the parish council who wanted to continue to be on the parish council is staying on the parish council. It's not the single most popular job in the village. Right, okay. So this is going to go on crumb cake, I think. Yes. Because I want something a little soft, but without being too obvious. So, and by on, I mean a layer. So yes, we've got that this evening. So it's a short day, early supper. Now, sticking vellum on is always interesting. Ribbon is always a good help. Having something fairly solid is always a great help. I haven't quite decided which of the above I'm going to use yet, but that's going to go there. So that kind of softens everything down. Yeah, it's going to go that way up. Oh, thank you, Tina. Thank you. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Mary. Don't use this set that often. Need to use it more. Yes. Still waiting for your order to arrive. Yeah, Tina. Yeah. I was so upset to see they retired the shimmery white paper. Don't even get me started. I had this vague idea that it might become an online only, because most of the things that weren't listed became online only. And I love my shimmery white. And it's gone. Anyway. Mourn. Mourn, mourn. Moan, moan, grumble, complain. Right. Piece of white. Right, a piece of white. Versamark. I haven't quite decided how I'm sticking the vellum on yet, as you may have guessed. Versamark. On the queen bee, because you know you got to have a bee, queen bee on a card that's using queen bee. Right, gold embossing powder. This would actually probably work really well with the flakes. Right. So with the sticky embossing powder. Now I always, well, 99 times out of 100 go into my embossing powder twice and then gentle flick. You don't want to go mad with your flick, otherwise all of that embossing powder is going to fall off. It really isn't the point. Embossing powders, put it back in the embossing powders drawer, grab my trusty cheese board, get rid of that, and that. Good. Right, sorry about the noise. It would. Hello, Meg from upstate New York. So that is our gorgeous, isn't that just gorgeous? One of those. And I'm going to grab the die, but I'm also going to grab this die, which is just the wings, and a little piece of vellum. And run this lot through my cut and emboss, and it will fit through the mini. I'll have to do it in 2 goes, but it will fit through the mini. So large first. So we'll do the body first. Going to grab some sticky. Because it's embossed, it's now a little bit not flat. So my new watch, I use a Fitbit, because I have to have something to remind me to, you know, exercise. It does different things to my old one. Oh, it's reminding me I've got to move. I have been moving. I have. Not as much as it may want me to, but I have been moving. So that's that. Put those up on my ribbon shelf. And what I'm thinking, it may not work. I'm happy to say it may not work. I'm thinking of putting the vellum underneath the bee. May not work. Goes over the dies again. So let's see, can I, if I, yeah, I'm not convinced. No, I think I'll use that for something else. Right, okay, so we've got, let's look at what we've got. We've got our queen bee. So obviously I can put adhesive behind her to stick down my vellum. I have also got over here the little bits that I have die cut. So I'm going to start by adding some of these, which are the hexagon. There's a little hexagon die cut. So I'm going to pop some of these down. They don't necessarily line up with the die, with the embossing folder, but that's fine. Don't mind. And I'm going to have some of them, maybe, coming off. Oh, that's too lined up. That can go over there. That was too much in the same plane as that. I have 5 of these. And I have put adhesive sheet on the back. But because there's only one of these dies, I did make the executive decision to die cut these before we started. And these are in the gold rather than the rose gold. So that's there, that's there. Have that one right down there, couldn't I? Particularly if I put it there. Right, okay. So I'm going to start by sticking this down, and I'm going to use dimensionals because I think the queen needs to be regal and up. And then I can work out, or not take the backing off. So this is going to go there. I do not like straight much. I mean, these are straight, but Not a great fan of straight. So we know that we can put some adhesive there. I've also die cut some of these little bees. Actually, I'm going to do some surgery. So the idea is that you put a solid over a under a not solid. But I'm going to do some surgery. Because I don't want black and gold wings. I want a black and gold body, but see-through wings. But again, I can put adhesive. So let's do some more. Now I did die cut a heart as well, and I'm not convinced that that would work because there is a heart there. What I might do is, but probably not, I was thinking I might turn that, put a colour there, but I'm not convinced. Right, so some of these haven't come out. Come on. I was hoping that peeling the backing off would take the little bits with it, but hope springs eternal, as they say. Come on. Got little gold bits all over me now, but never mind. So that's that. Let's get that off. Right, let's do this the correct way and actually poke these bits out before they get sticky. And then I just need to do some more bee surgery and we will be good to go. And I'll put these in places where it means I can put a glue dot or something. You can sometimes hide a glue dot behind a bit of the embossing as well. Thank you, Meg. Janet's loving this card. Oh, Shaz, I love you. Look away if you don't like surgery. Yeah, I'm about to cut the wings off bees. Like being a 7-year-old boy. Going to cut the wings off bees. I have never been a 7-year-old boy. Right, look away. Surgery time. But it does make a huge difference because, you know, otherwise. I suppose what you could do is die cut in white, colour with blends, and then stick your wings on, but only colour the body with blends. But nah. Let's do a bit of surgery. Right, okay, so those are wings. We don't want those. Right, so we've got our main bee there. We'll have a bee down there, and we'll have a bee there, and a bee there. Right, okay, so they have got a bit of adhesive because the wings have got adhesive. So these are only worker bees, so they're not going to be popped up. They're just going to be stuck. And you can use the adhesive from the back of the wings to help hold everything in place whilst you're waiting for the glue to dry. Right, okay. I'm going to grab some mini glue dots. Now we still do have the option of some ribbon, though I don't think I'm going to. But I can put glue dots. Now, if you've got any of the kits, you get really small glue dots in the kit, and they are really good for hiding things or hiding behind things. And one more. There. Right, now I kind of want something there-ish, so I do keep my glue dots from kits. So, because it's small, I should be able to more or less make it fill a cell of the honeycomb, and that will help to disguise it. This I'm going to do quite a, in fact, no. I'm going to put a couple of the little ones there. And we've also got this as a bit of a hidey hole, because we've got that. Yep, that should do. Okay. So let's get rid of the backings for these. So yeah, do keep your mini glue dots. What I tend, these baby glue dots, what I tend to do, frankly, is when I get a kit, I use my own, you know, big roll glue dots and keep these for things like this. So I should say this was 1/4 of a sheet of vellum. So it is going right up to and a little bit over the edge of the crumb cake, which is fine. Don't have a problem with that at all. Now, can I see the glue dots? No, not really. Which was, after all, the intention. Phew. Right, okay. Another white card base. So, can't believe I haven't used this set yet. Must get on with it. Well, Lorna, I think the stamps are carrying over as an online exclusive. I think I went into a shop yesterday and the manager pretended to be busy but was standing to my left, and I was going through every single package of stamps and dies. I did hang it all back on. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you got to make sure you've got what you want. Not a rough approximation. Putting it the right way up, always a plan. Now, of course, the other place where you could hide adhesive is if you wanted a sentiment. I don't want a sentiment. I think it would detract from what we've got going on here, because I think that's perfect. Well, not perfect, but, you know, fine as it is. I may add a few more little mini of the teeny tiny glue dots just under there, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with that. So we've got our almost monochrome, because it's gold. I might also add some adhesive behind these 2 bits here. So we've got our almost monochrome and our more colourful versions of the card, all using the Queen Bee. And I didn't even use this, which is one of my favourite stamps. But yeah, so there you go. I have them, just haven't used them yet. I mean, this is the first time I've used them, Lorna, if that's any consolation. Where do you find out about the online exclusives? Tina, are you a demo? I can't remember. If you're a demo, there was a list issued on the demo website. Otherwise, under the What's New, I think, or otherwise just have a look. Sadly, there isn't a section on the website for online exclusives. They seem to just be on the What's New page. But if you're a demo, there was something on one of the demo updates. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Mary. You are a demo. Right. Well, there was a post some while back about what was going on as an online exclusive. So if you have a look at the demo site, you may find it. Anyway, thank you so much for putting up with the phone yet again. I will say farewell. I'm going to flip the camera back up. Oh, oh, you get to see all my brushes. Aren't you lucky? And then you get to see my ugly mug. There we are. Hello. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed it, a thumbs up is always a thank you, Shaz. Stuart says, love these cards. Great ideas to get me started with the set. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you, Carol. Tina will check. No, you're welcome, Tina. Always happy to help. So if you've enjoyed it, a thumbs up is always appreciated. If you're watching on the replay, you can add a comment below the description bar. Let's come back a bit. Below the description bar. I am up to date pretty much with comments. I think there's a couple I haven't replied to from Tuesday, maybe yesterday. Thank you, Tina. Love, love, love these cards. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Janet. So yes, I mean, I just, go with the flow. Have a vague idea of what you're doing and work from there. So thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will see you again. I'll be doing a recording for Saturday. And I will see you live again on Tuesday. And I know I keep promising to do the radiating spirally thing frames. And I will do it sometime soon, maybe. Anyway, thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Jane. See you soon. Bye for now.